You bought something last month to feel better. You organized your space to feel clearer. You scrolled through a minimalism video, thinking maybe this time, less really will be enough. And yet, the feeling you were chasing still isn't there. Here is what no decluttering guide will tell you. You are not behind on a modern trend. You are standing at the end of a 2,000-year-old search. And the ancient Chinese already found the answer. They just left it behind on purpose. There was a Tang dynasty poet named Jia Dao who spent his youth trying to become something. He studied. He competed for imperial examinations. He moved to the great capital of Chang'an with ambition in his hands. He failed the examinations, not once, but many times. By most measures, his life was going nowhere. And then something shifted. Jia Dao stopped accumulating. He let go of the career, the status, the performance. He wrote poetry instead, spare, quiet poetry about empty mountain paths and monks disappearing into mist. His most famous poem has only 20 Chinese characters. 20. The image it conjures has lasted over 1,000 years. When Jia Dao died, those who came to gather his belongings found almost nothing. One ailing donkey, one 5-string zither. That was it. Here is the twist. Most people would call that a tragedy. A man who had so little to show for his life. But his poems were already being copied across the empire. Scholars who owned 10 times what he owned could not write one line that lasted a decade. Jia Dao, with almost nothing, had produced something no amount of accumulation could buy. Clarity. The Daoists named what Jia Dao had lived. They called it Qing Jian, pronounced Qing Jian. Qing means clear, unobstructed, pure. Jian means restrained, careful with what you hold. Together, they describe not poverty, but a particular kind of richness. The richness of a mind that is not fighting through noise to think. Laozi wrote about the force behind it in the Tao Te Ching in chapter 19. The phrase is Shao Si Gua Yu, pronounced Shao Si Gua Yu. It means few private desires, not no desires, few. This is important. Laozi was not asking you to want nothing. He was asking you to notice how much of what you carry you never consciously chose. You simply absorbed the wanting of the world around you and called it your own. Every object you own once came to you as a solution to something. An ache you wanted to quiet, a gap you wanted to fill, a version of yourself you were trying to build. The Taoist question is not, can I afford this? The Taoist question is, will this actually reach what I am really looking for? Most of the time, if you sit quietly with that question, the honest answer arrives before the purchase does. Now, here is where modern minimalism quietly misses the point. Minimalism today gives you rules. Own fewer than 100 things. Buy only in neutral tones. Fold your clothes this way. It turns simplicity into another system to manage, another identity to perform. You end up thinking about your possessions just as much as before. Only now you feel superior about it. Qing Jian is not about the objects. It is about where your attention goes. Every object you hold asks something of you. A small portion of awareness, a small claim on your energy. This is true of objects, obligations, social performances, digital noise. Individually, each demand seems harmless. Added together across years, they become the fog most people are quietly living inside without knowing what created it. The Taoist insight is this: you do not find clarity by adding better things. You find it by releasing the unnecessary weight you were never aware you were carrying. Jia Dao understood this not as philosophy, but as lived experience. His poems grew sharper as his life grew simpler. The less he owned, the more precisely he could see. He wrote once, "The master has gone to gather herbs. Somewhere in these mountains, the clouds are too deep to know where." 20 words, a world in them. He was not describing poverty. He was describing what happens to perception when it is no longer divided across 100 competing claims. This is the final reveal, and it changes everything. The people throughout history who changed how we see the world were rarely the ones who owned the most. They were the ones who wanted the fewest unnecessary things. Not because owning less was noble, because wanting less left more of them available for the work that actually mattered. Qing Jian is not a sacrifice. It is a return. Here is how you can begin today. 1. Sit quietly for 5 minutes. Name 3 things: objects, obligations, digital habits that you maintain out of habit rather than genuine use. Simply see them. Do not act yet. Seeing clearly is the first movement. 2. Before any purchase this week, pause for 1 full day. Then ask honestly, what do I actually need from this? Often the answer points somewhere the object cannot reach. 3. Choose 1 drawer, 1 shelf, 1 corner of your space. Remove what no longer belongs to who you are now, not who you were, now. 4. For the next 7 days, protect 1 hour each day with nothing in it. No task, no scroll, no input. Notice what rises in that space. That rising is what accumulation has been quietly drowning. The ancient teachers did not wait for a trend to show them this. Clarity was not something they added. It was what remained when they stopped adding everything else. That is the way. Write in the comments, I choose clarity over accumulation. Thank you for watching.